Still ain't got my lungs cleaned out, so it's kind of hard to get oxygen. But anyway, it was raining. Didn't want to go weld in the rain. I don't think I want a perm, so I'll pass on that. So I had this rainy day project. Of course, I got plenty of those around here. But this one's probably one of the oldest. It's been around for, I'd say when we first moved here. So what, 19 years ago? I got this thing 19 years ago, and I planned on fixing it. So what I had to do is that right here is a piece of rubber like this. And so this is the old hose, and it has a hose that runs down through it. And it comes out the other end here. And then it goes, as you can see here, the hose goes through here, and then there's a little squeezy handle. And it goes out with a brush. Well, that was gone. And then this piece here was snapped off here. So I seen this hose laying over where I parked my trailer about 15 years ago. And I thought, well, I might be able to use that. Well, I finally brought it home last summer when we were cleaning up. The people think that my parking area over there is a local dump. You know how people are sometimes.
So it was laying on the ground for 15 years?
Yeah, in the bushes.
Really?
So, and it was a stand-up washer kind of thing. But anyway, this was on it, and I thought, well, you know, that would probably work. So 15 years later, I brought it home. And then that was last
March that we were doing the cleanup.
Oh, so it's been several months ago, ladies and gentlemen. I brought it home and said I was going to do it. Well, so today I was going to go out and go welding. And I still am, just waiting for it to dry up. So what I did is I took the old hose off, and I took this new hose, and I took a rubber like that and put it in here all the way back to here. This does have a crack in it I need to fix. Put some epoxy on there. You see that? Kind of lifts. So that needs some epoxy on there. It's not hurting anything right now, but it could possibly in the future. So I'll put some epoxy on there. But anyway, I put this hose in there. Drill a hole in it, and then I have these I have this sprinkler kit for sprinklers for your garden. And
where'd you get that from?
Anyway, so I have this sprinkler kit here. You see, you got little T's, and you got straights, and then you got these little sprinkler heads, and then you have a different spray model head, and so on and so on. I'm missing elbows. They really wanted an elbow. We didn't have an elbow. There's probably an elbow in there, but so what I did is I took one of these T's and drove a screw into one side, stuck it through this rubber hose. You see right there, and then I ran this hose. The hose that I was talking about is inside this hose. This hose has got another hose. About like this, just like this hose, see? And it runs from that handle all the way back up, and then I can run it into this and plugged off that side and stuck it up like that, and you see that's where it comes out at.
Oh,
so,
but where did you get that kit? We don't have a sprinkler system.
You're off subject, woman. Here, I'm trying to tell you about repairing something. You want to go down memory lane. Just like Ricky, can never stay focused. So, I'm back to where I was at. So, I put this T in here, and I couldn't have it open, so I ran a screw down on that side, stuck it up, ran this hose into it, and this one out that way. That hose goes over here, where this is the opposite side of the suction, so this side pushes it out. And then over here, this is the suction hose, and then inside of it, it was broke off, and it has a broken part. This broken part right here. And so I had to go in there, took a hose and was able to slide this hose into that hose onto the suction pump, and then it goes down inside the holding tank. And then once I did that, it was operational. For the first time in 15, this thing's probably from the 70s or something.
You think that's from the 70s?
Who knows? I mean, you know, came from Wilmouth and Cecil. They're 93 years old. Cecil's probably 100 years old now, ain't he? I know he's dead, but he's still...
Yes, he would be 100 years old, yes.
Okay, so he's 100 years old. He was our neighbor, ladies and gentlemen. He died a few years back, and so... complicated women. So, just follow along. Get on your horsey and follow along.
Giddy up. Giddy up.
So, it finally got it into use. And so, I have this odor eliminator. It says, by the way, it says, if you don't use Bissell product, you'll avoid the warranty.
Oh, is that what it said? If you don't use Bissell, you'll avoid the warranty.
Yeah, I wonder if it's still under warranty. So
Sure.
This is this first cleaning job. Follow along, get on your horsey.
Giddy up.
And there's your first cleaning job.
Yes, and it smells good. Now compare that side to where I was...
Where the woman always gets in.
where I tried.
It doesn't know how to wipe her feet.
So that's all the stuff
And
that
she
I...
teaches her son to be exactly the same.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
So that's
The
got
only
some
reason
grass.
why this happened is because I opened the door and saw a stain in the middle of the carpet. And then I saw oil stains on the door. So we got this thing when it was 3 years old. I found it didn't have its mark on it. And
This is a 2001, and we got it in...
It had 99,000 miles on it. It was just about to break 100,000 miles. So I brought it home because I used to have this Camaro, and I had put a motor in it 3 times. But so one day I was talking to a neighbor, and heard this, you know, when a car goes through a dip and it scrapes the bottom of it. I said, wow, somebody's tearing up the car. And then I heard it again. And I thought, wow. And then, lo and behold, here comes my red Camaro that I had put 3 motors in. And I put 3 motors in it to perfect it. But anyway, so... And I brought it back from the grave. But somebody was taking it back to the grave. So I thought, well, I better go get something to get that woman up off the ground because she's going to tear that car to pieces. And so I went and I got this pickup and turned that car in. And it was like brand new.
So this is a 2001, and
every
we got
dent
it in 2005.
and every scratch that is on here is because Ruthie DeB put it on here. And, but people always say that I'm still trying to get over all that sickness I had last month. But people always say that Fords are junk. Well, this Ford here has lasted us through our whole marriage, and we've been married for 20 years, and we got this on our 2nd year of marriage, and it's still here, and it's withstand a car killer, Ruthie B. She has wiped out many cars.
No.
And she's burned them up, tore the transmissions out of them, blowed them up, made them go flying across the road, and stood them up on the nose of the car and bend them into an L, like a banana shape.
I did not.
And but this pick 'em up truck has lasted through all of that. And here it sits, and it's about to break. Well, I think it broke 200,000, or it should be right around there.
Well, let's go look.
But anyway, so there's no key in it.
Oh. Well.
It's right around 200,000. So, and it's been around all this time, and I always get sidetracked. I can never tell a story because Ruthie's just an interrupter. So, anyway, so this truck has been around for a long time. All the damage comes from Ruthie B. And now that she has a son, he's her protege, and he's just like her. Ruthie grape apes everything. She grabs the door, she don't push in the button, she just pulls it apart in 500 pieces, and the door flies apart. Well, you know, and this pickup is withstanded Ruthie B, Miss Grape Ape herself. And I'm not trying to insult my wife. I'm just, she's very forceful, and so she could tear her doorknob off of a house. So anyway, I don't even know what brought this pickup up. Oh, that's what led me to fixing that, because it was raining when I came out here, and I seen grease all across the top of this thing because the protege did it. And then I looked inside and I saw grease on the side and grease down there, and I was like, uh-oh. Well, you know, that's not good. So I said, well, I need to get that vacuum cleaner, that shampooer fixed. And so I fixed it, and it cleans up all the grease from the protege.
You can call AJ the protege.
And now that it's drying up, I'm gonna get ready and go over and do some grinding and fix my.
Do you think we should do a live?
And fix my trailer shop.
Do you think we should do a live for the? We haven't done a live since March. You want to do a live for you welding?
Well, I don't know. We'll see when I get there. So, but that's done.
Well, you need to reassure everybody that you do love me.
No, I just stayed with you for 20 years just because I ain't got any intelligence. I'm as dumb as a box of rocks.
But that hose was like laying for 15 years, just laying in the bushes for 15 years.
You see what I mean, ladies and gentlemen? It never stops. Never stops. And, you know, I was like telling last night in the house, I said something to AJ, and I said, you know, and I used, let's as an example, because I can't remember the exact story, but he said, why was the lawnmower in the back of the truck? I said, well, because I had to take the lawnmower down there and mow around the trailer because I got some work to do on the trailer. Well, why is the lawnmower in the back of the truck? Protege.
Well, say one good thing about me before we close this video. Say one good thing about me.
Oh, well. Ruthie's lost 65 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. She's like, 64. Okay, she's lost 64 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. And she's got her skinny pants on, and she wants people to notice it. So here. Look at the skinny Ruthie B. He lost 64 pounds. Yep. She wants people to notice. So, that's my beautiful young wife. I'm a blessed man. So,
even though I am hard on everything?
She's a grape ape. That's for sure. She's, I'm going to tell you what. She keeps me busy fixing things, I guarantee you.
But I keep you busy. Busy.
Yeah. Alrighty. So.
Alright, so you're going to head on down to the trailer and do some welding.
I'm fixing to work that way. I'm in really no hurry to go get in the wet grass and start welding. And so I'm kind of waiting for it to dry. It shouldn't take maybe an hour for me to clean that up and weld her up. But I got a new helmet around here somewhere.
It's in the house.
So don't know why that helmet did that. But man, I got welder flash in the back of my eyes. It felt like that I got socked in the eye from the back. I mean, I didn't like that at all. So anyway, so that's fixed. I'll have to get her a place to put her because running out of spots to put stuff. I would prefer to put her in a spot where it won't get broken.
Especially after all your hard work on it.
Because, you know, you get people that come in here and they're like this. Boo! Over goes the motorcycle, flips upside down.
I have never...
Mirrors get bent. Clutch gets broke off. That's what's up with me. What's up with you? Have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun. Wherever you are. comes my finger. God bless. And later.